Hey everyone, this is the dude from the Dinosaur and the Dude, kicking off a new episode for all of you to enjoy. And that's the big thing that we are striving for in every episode that we bring. It's just the dinosaur and I going just off the top of the dome. Guys, we flow from topic to topic, just depending on however it is, things are going on in our life, where we're talking about everything about elderly people and dealing with different things that are going on with families, us personally, and then how we view certain things in the world. At no point do we try to demean, degrade, or diminish anyone out there. So if it comes off that way, that's not the intent. It's just really one of those things where we're talking about it as freely as possible. We hope everybody enjoys it. We hope everybody's having a great time. And we hope that our listenership, I think that's the right word, continues to grow as we bring as best content as we can. So here's our latest episode. Hope you all enjoy. Thanks. Hey everyone, this is the dude from the Dinosaur and the Dude podcast. I want to tell you about an amazing product from an also amazing brand named Bobby Rapscallion. They put out fantastic CBD products, very high potency, premium products of gummies and oils, all of which, at this point in time, all of which are broad spectrum, which means there's no THC in it. So if you're a professional or someone that has to worry about random drug tests wherever you work, you don't have to worry about this THC lingering in the background. Is it going to show up in the piss test or not? Because they have no THC in there. So you only get the benefit of the CBD. You're nothing to worry about in regards to THC. So if you're allergic to it or you don't want to worry about it, highly recommend Bobby Rapscallion. You can find them at bobbyrapscallion.com. That's bobbyrapscallion.com. All right, back to the episode.
Hey,
What's up?
not much. No, I mean, yeah.
It is what it is. Lots to
No,
say.
I mean,
Okay?
yeah. It's the first one, so I don't know if we want to start with this.
We should just start with this.
Yeah, because
Like we're just bumbling through life. That's really
yeah. That's the thing. If we start with tits, then it makes it look like we know what we're doing.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. You know, I love that we start a podcast with "It is what it is."
Yeah. I mean, so yeah. So I'll just be recording our phone calls, and then we'll make the show all about that.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, like 30 minutes ago, not like I've been thinking this whole time. What do we call it? Old people and shit. I don't know. That just went a really quick.
I don't know. Maybe there's one already named that. I don't know.
Okay, that's a Google search away.
It's a contender.
I'm willing to sacrifice my search history to see if that exists or not. That's probably going to have some porn that I don't want to see, but here we go.
But we can't see it. We can only.
Old people.
We can only listen.
No. I'm seeing it because I'm actually doing the search right now. Old people shit. Well, that's it.
No. We don't want that.
Well, that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's a YouTube channel already. Yeah.
Well, hold on. We will need to convey like a sense of caring because we do care.
Okay.
So maybe like caring for old people and shit.
Which is kind of implying all that's entailed. Yeah.
Yeah, and it also has the like
two people.
Part to it.
Yeah, two people.
Dude, I'm telling you, today is the perfect day for this because.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Uh-huh.
My mom.
Yeah.
Oh man. It's something else. It's something else.
It's okay. We have a podcast for it now, so that's great. But what I'm saying is,
great.
Don't
We
hold
need to
back.
find it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't hold back. We don't have anything down. It's like, here's the content. Here's what we're going to be talking about today. So yeah, don't hold back.
Okay, so just tell me if this is off the table, because I don't know what the rules are here. We're kind of making them up as we go.
Right. That's on the table. Yeah.
So my mom she kind of med shopped her way around and got some more pain pills, so now she's back on the juice, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So wait. So you're asking, like, what can we say? Okay. So pause the mom story, because I want to hear how she did it without going to Mexico. But so I'm thinking to
She
save,
couldn't afford to get to Midlothian.
I'm thinking for editing time, to save the editing time, we don't say our names, whoever we're related to, names or relationship names.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
I think we can say I think we can say the drug name. Like,
okay.
Like, I think we could say your mom is on whatever, because if we don't put down like who we are, then it's kind of one of those things where it's just we could be anybody.
It's protected by HIPAA.
Right. Okay. Sure. Yeah.
Look, I'm not trying to get in trouble. Okay.
No, yeah, you're right. Let's just follow the rules. I don't fucking know. So I think there's no restriction on language. I think there's no restriction on content.
Obviously.
Yeah, right. I think we would have a hard time doing that for ourselves. But
I don't know that we could.
But I think names and
addresses probably are a bad idea.
Yeah. Names and addresses. We just and not strictly because of us, but because of other people, because we don't have. Well, I'm saying, like, we don't have other. We'd have to get
waiver.
Yeah, we'd have to get all that stuff signed. So
look, I'm too tired for that. I can't do that.
Yeah. I know. So that's what I'm saying. If you could do it, great. If not, I'll edit it out. I'll put it like a little bleep in there or something like that.
Please.
One of us will forget. So it's not just on you. One of us is going to forget.
Yeah, for sure. That's for sure. Yeah. Well, but instead of making it a beep, we should make it like a ow.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Or just fuck. And yeah. So I was out with fuck. Oh, wait. Who was that? Yeah. All right. So
I like that.
Okay. So we can keep, or just mix it up and just make it.
You know what? We can do what the hell we want to.
Yeah. I mean, until.
But as long as we're not saying people's names, I agree with you on that one.
Until we get kicked off. And so the only thing I can think of, well, it's absolute true thing. We can get kicked off of YouTube, which no plug, but I've been experimenting with another video source as of late, just to see how they work out. Huh? Yeah, straight up for. I'm keeping my options open and experiencing life. Something of which I didn't do in my personal life. Wish I did, but whatever. So yeah, where we can't get kicked off, and so that might be an option that we can discuss outside.
We're not going on that fucking Trump site, right?
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
Good. Take me there, because I got something to say.
You know how you can get affiliated with people, but really that person really had nothing to what.
How deep are you in it? I'm just saying.
No. It's weird. I'm talking about personally. I was going that same way, and then I looked deeper into it. It's like, oh, okay. So you just got scabies by way of being, because of the way you had your platform running, not necessarily because you were wanting scabies at the time. It's just
Are you completely nerding out right now? Are you stroking?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're having a stroke?
No, I'm not having a stroke. I don't think.
Okay.
I don't think. If I am, it's the most intellectual stroke I've ever heard. Okay, but we can talk about that later. So, okay, two people and a fuckload of old people. The title's a working title.
No.
It's a working title.
It is. I would say that. Yeah, it's working itself right out.
Yeah.
I don't know. Fuck, I don't know. Do we have
Wait.
Yeah?
Wait. Okay. Oh yeah, and fuck all for pronouns. I don't even fucking know. So,
Did you just say fuck off, fucking no?
fuck all for pronouns. I don't even fucking know. So a girl, a guy.
Wait, can we have to identify as something, right?
I don't know. That's what I was saying. I don't fucking know.
Can I be a dinosaur, please?
Okay.
Sweet.
Okay, here we go. A dinosaur.
Okay.
A
Yep.
dinosaur. A guy.
Yep.
Old people and shit. I think shit has to be at the end.
I think it does, and shit.
Yeah.
So at least we have the back end nailed.
Yeah. We know how we stick the landing. How we got there.
We just don't know what fancy shit we're doing in the air.
Yeah, the technique that we're using in the air is a little bit improvised, but a dinosaur, a guy, and shit.
Hey, loving our elderly and shit.
Oh, loving.
I think it would be great.
Loving our elderly and shit. Hosted by a dinosaur and a guy. Okay, I'm gonna write that one down. That's probably gonna be one we get with, because it still has shit in it. Okay, I don't know where the pen is. I'm just gonna. Okay, here it is. I've been writing.
Oh, and sidebar.
Uh-huh.
So I was talking to a coworker today, and he was saying that he has a special key, and it fits a special something. And I was like, "You're a hoe.
Mm-hmm.
You have a multi-use tool.
Mm-hmm.
You're like a janitor.
Yeah.
You have a key for everything." And then it made me think about homeboy running across the court. Dang.
Oh, yeah. See, that's the thing. That's the other thing. It's like we got to figure out, can we even reminisce like that? Because smart people might connect it after a while.
Well, that's okay if they're smart.
Okay, that's okay. Yeah, we don't want to diminish someone. We don't want to diminish someone.
We want them to be smart.
Yeah, true. We don't want to diminish.
Dumbasses look, people talking.
Right. We don't want to diminish anyone's detective abilities. Okay. So for right now, so we can say we achieved one goal.
Yep.
The podcast is the podcast, the talking audio, whatever we want to call it, is going to be
our memoirs.
Going to be called.
Mhm.
Fuck, I'm on the wrong side.
Loving our elderly and shit.
Yeah. I wrote down the wrong one. See, that's fucked up. Loving our elderly and shit.
Maybe it should be loving our elderly through shit.
Loving our elderly and shit.
Yep. I think it's got legs.
By Dinosaur.
Named PK. No.
Yeah, you can. You got to be a dinosaur. By a dinosaur and a dude.
A dinosaur and a dude.
There we go. Okay, so from now on, until we come up with a completely better title. I mean, this is as good as we've talked it out. We've thrown all the options against the wall. It's loving our elderly and shit. That's the name of the.
I think it's touching, and if we could have like a rose on our logo somewhere.
Elderly. Yeah.
So in the logo design, we need a rose and a little thing of Ben Gay, I think maybe.
Lois.
Lois?
Yeah, Loeas.
What the hell are you talking about?
Lois. I don't know about you, but
I see what you're
loving our
saying.
elderly and shit is kind of long. So if we take the initials, it's Loeas, and that, don't you pronounce that like Lois?
You might. I don't know. I'm not a phonetics expert.
Okay, I'm walking with it. I'm walking with it. It's got legs and it's walking with me. All right, so I think we're done. We got the Christopher and it's walking. So,
yes.
so back to your mom. She figured out a way to do what we were thinking
That she was doing.
right. So like, see, right now, we're already setting up some context that people that might listen be like, oh, some shit went down before this. I wonder what they talked about before this. We don't even need to go back and reflect on it. Just like,
No, it's going to all get played out anyway.
They're just gonna pick up on it. They're gonna pick up on it, somehow.
Well, they're not going to be in the know until they're in the know, and then they're going to know that they're in the know.
This whole thing is like somebody just walked in on the conversation between us, and so
right.
We're not
it's
even
like a terrible tragedy.
Yeah, we're not even go
but
back
also
and say
a comedy.
right. We're not gonna even go back and say so last week this happened. No, fuck you.
No, you got to catch up.
Yeah, fuck you. Go look for the bootleg DVD that's somewhere. It's a sex tape somewhere or something like that. Whatever.
Whoa.
Okay.
What happened?
No, we could just say it is, and then that way, it's called red herring. So, all right. So your mom figured out a way to get what she wanted.
The medicine that she wanted.
Right, which is what we were assuming was going to happen in some capacity. Like last week, I was assuming that was going to happen. I just didn't know within 7 days it was going to. I was thinking she's got to work her way up to it, but clearly she's way more.
Well, whenever she came, it's just,
she's clearly way more crafty than I am. So she got it already.
Yeah. So
wow.
she got the pain meds.
Yeah.
And her doctor didn't even know about it.
Okay, hold on. Because I want to digest it as you give it to me. So, because I was assuming the doctor knew that she got it from the doctor. Okay, so
right. Because she did ask the doctor, her doctor. She asked her doctor to give her something to help with the pain.
So she didn't ask her doctor.
But she did ask her doctor at first, and then when her doctor didn't give it to her, she went what some could say maybe med shopping.
Yeah, she was like, "Fuck y'all." Okay, so what are we calling this behavior?
An addict.
Okay, I didn't want to say it because it's your mom, so I was just letting you say it.
It is what it is, though. People suffer with addiction all the time.
Some people could say it's a hoe, but the other person might say, no, they're a gigolo. And see, it sounds different. It sounds like you got, you took a course or something, where another one just sounds like you're at every party. So...
This isn't a master class.
Yeah, like gigolo sounds like, okay, you have to go study for that. Hoe just sounds like you're...
Or that you should have a challenge at least, I think.
Hoe just sounds like you're at every party, and you just happen to get in, and that's how you're on the rap videos. Tupac talked about it. So, in any case, your mom's an addict, and we were saying...
But she doesn't admit that she's an addict?
Well, no addicts really do until they get to a certain point, which...
Well, she has in the past.
Right.
And then we took her to rehab, but then she, in her mind, she made it not into rehab. It was actually, her medications were messed up, so that's why she had to go to, right, so that's what that turned into, and I'm like, no.
Oh, it's not me, it's you.
You literally said, I am an addict.
Mm-hmm.
Out of your mouth.
Right.
From your mouth to God's ears.
But denial is a part of that. So she was
That's
still
so true.
She was still in that point of denial, even in that part in the whole rehab thing. She's like, no, I'm in rehab because my meds are wrong.
Right.
Not because I'm an addict. It just so happened to be, in order to treat someone who's been on the wrong meds, they have to go into rehab because they got to get their system right.
Right.
Because the meds were wrong. And then after she got out of that,
she was off of the payments.
After she got out of that, she held on to that thought process and went to her doctor and was like, look, I just need to be on a little bit of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because before I was on a fuck ton. And that's what got
He was on a fuck ton, that's for sure.
That's what got me. But now that I'm off and I'm clean, it's out of my system, I realize I really just need a little. And then I should be A-O-fucking-K. And
but the problem is with addicts, I don't need to group them all together. It's just
with the addicts that you know, from the addicts that you know. Okay, we'll just ask that. Okay.
She I totally forgot what I was talking about. Why does this happen to me? Stress, maybe?
Yeah, that tends to happen. But you were saying from the addicts because of the way that she found another source. You're saying what happens with addicts. We'll get back to it later. I'll help you remember right now. So basically, your mom is an addict. She found out that she's an addict by way of dosage misabuse and not having the right dosage. So then she goes to her doctor and she says, hey, I know now that I'm clean, I really just need a little, but how about you just give me that instead?
Right.
And I should be cool.
But the problem is that she'll get 30 days and then she'll be in pain legitimately. I know that she's in pain, and that's what kills me about this.
Yeah.
I know that she's in pain.
Right.
And I hate that for her.
Yeah.
But unless somebody else is doing her medication, it's not a good idea for her to be on medication because she will take 2 if she's in a lot of pain. Yeah. And then maybe halfway or 3/4 way through the month, she's out, and then she's hurting so bad.
Right.
So it's
no, it sounds like the shittiest shithole you to be in. I can't relate. I can just regurgitate stuff that I'm thinking about and have heard.
Well, because she's an addict, I told her when she asked me about going to the doctor to get some more, a very low dose, I told her, I can't support that. I can't.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, you're my mom, yes, and I need you to be okay, but that's the reason why, because I need you to be okay.
Right, yeah.
I mean, if the time ever comes that she goes into an assisted living, they can give her pain medicine. Yeah. They can administer that. They can make sure she's not taking too much or forgetting or double taking because she forgot that she took one or whatever.
But she had to go through rehab again, right?
No.
I'm asking, I don't know.
No, she's only, this past time was when the whole big thing happened and it blew up, and my brother and I, said, hey, you're going or you're done, I mean, good luck finding somewhere to live. Yeah. And I know that sounds really shitty. And my brother and I, we talk about this all the time, and maybe other people will be able to relate, but when my brother and I talk and it's just us on the phone, we sound so fucking jaded and trite.
I think, yeah.
And we tell that to each other. We're like, oh my God, if anybody else heard this conversation, they would be like, you are pieces of shit. But we're just tired.
I mean, but you're close to it, right? I mean, like, okay, let me share the load. Like for me, people talk about stuff, with my dad, and just like, oh yeah, well he's this, he's that, he's this and that, and like, you are not in this shit every day.
Mm-hmm.
You're not. I mean, oh well, maybe you should do this, or maybe you should do that, or maybe, and it's just
right, maybe you should shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and you're, and so I'm stuck biting my tongue for about 5 minutes, because that's about really as long as I can go at this point. But it's like you're not here. You're only here for some sort of celebrating of something, or if you happen to swing by, it's 20 minutes at best, and then you're out. The early morning shit, you're not around for.
And that's when they have energy.
Yeah, I mean that or the late night, or when he's got to go to the bathroom, or when you're a piece of shit, or when he's working on all the combos he can, in order to knock you out or knock you out. You're not there for that.
Right.
And
it's hard to imagine.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's hard to imagine if you're not in it.
Yeah, it's hard to. It's hard for them to connect. I'm giving them credit with that. I'm giving them a pass. It's hard for them to connect because they don't see it happening. So it's just sort of like, oh yeah, but is it? Yeah, well maybe he needs this, or maybe you should do this. It's sort of like reflecting on you should. Maybe you should approach them and say, hey, I'm coming over to help you up and get standing. They're not there to know that, yeah, I fucking do that, and it still doesn't matter. It's one of those things where you let them have their.
If you perfected it, it's not going to last long. Well, that's the fucking thing about it.
And so, it's one of those things where I try to let them have a moment to express whatever it is in their head.
Fair.
And instead of just immediately jumping out and saying, no, shut the fuck up, you don't know what you're talking about. No, you don't either. Nope. Yep, I know you're his kid too, but nope, you don't. It's kind of hard for that when someone's listening to you to then go, yeah, I can understand why you feel that way, other than saying, wow, you're an absolute asshole.
Right.
You're not giving him any chance. You're super jaded. You're super, whatever negative term they want to apply, because they're not even thinking of, okay, what if this is your every fucking day?
Right.
Every hour. This is your day. And there's no reprieve. There's no means of where it turns around. It is
right. It's not going to get better.
Yeah, it is
it's going to get much worse.
Yeah, it's a continual thing. It's going to degrade even more. It's going to get more belligerent. It's going to get more. Just acidic, and there's nothing that I think people really can. There's nothing people I think can really equate that to in a 20-minute stay, in a not even a 20-minute stay, in a way that they remember that person to be before all of it went down.
Well, and some people don't stay that long because they don't want to see that ugliness.
Well, right, but even more so if they only want to remember someone the way they were prior,
right?
10 years before, then they keep them in that little time capsule, and whatever you say, he loves you, and
really, you're like, why is he trying to kill me every single day? He wants to kill me.
It's like I'm trying to make sure that he isn't really able to get a phone because he wants to call the cops and tell the cops I'm trying to kill him.
So just kind of, just so that people understand, our situations are very different. My mother's just getting old. She's getting older. She has a lot of mental health problems.
Yeah.
More than she even wants to recognize.
Sure.
And my wife is a therapist, and not that she's an expert, in everything, but she's done a lot of work with mental health and she has a lot of experience. And so that's what I'm dealing with, with the degrading mindset and, just getting older, the fear of losing independence. I mean, I had to fight her for her keys this weekend, which was not really fun. I mean, it wasn't a hard fight because she's very weak.
Yeah. But the struggle is always amazing.
Right. But so that's where I'm at. And then you're in a different, you've got a different situation where, your dad is.
Yeah, it's a mix. So.
I feel like
so. I mean, I didn't know if you wanted to elaborate on what was going on.
I feel like it's a mix. Like, and in no way is this going to be a thing where it's like my shithole is more shittier than your shithole.
Sure, no, it all matters.
I think that how the perspectives of each person going through whatever shit they're going through is going to be beneficial, because you're going to say stuff and then I'm going to look at it from a perspective that I can relate from, and vice versa. But at no point I'm like, okay, well, you're a shitty person for this. No, fuck that. That's crazy. Dealing with an addict is crazy. But mental health is just one of those things. It's such a broad. It's such a grab bag of just possible things, and it's really one of those where everyone has mental health issues. Everyone does.
At some point, in some severity.
I think all points. I think in all points they do. It's just how we cope with it and how it gets to the point where it becomes demonstrative. Once it gets to a point where it's like, whoa, you are doing this. Like somebody else even notices, whoa, you are doing this. Then you've lost control of your mental health. Whatever it is about your mental health, you've now lost that whatever reign you thought you had on it. It's full of illusions. Mental health is, and so that's just the way they are. That's just the court guy was telling my mom before. It's like, who knows how long this has been going on? Because a lot of times, I mean, it's just recent. Mental health is a recent thing. It really is. It's a recent thing, because before all that was, you're just getting old, and they left it at that.
Right.
They left it at that.
It's a natural aging process.
Yeah.
Well, it might be, but there's some crazy in there too.
No. But I mean, like, who gives a fuck about Alzheimer's? You're just getting old. You're getting forgetful. That's what happens when you get old. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. And the next thing you know, they're running through the house with no pants on, and you're like, oh shit. Well, this isn't getting old now. And then you go to the doctor. It's like, yeah, you have late stages of this. And basically they're telling you, man, if you would have gotten off your ass and come in here sooner, instead of thinking of it as, you're just getting old, we probably would have been able to, slow this progression down. But as of now, you're in full blown whatever the fuck you got.
Well, I mean, let's talk about that for just a second. Sure. The doctors, we go in, and or not we go, but like you would go in with your dad, and you see a doctor, and it's for 15, 20 minutes. Even if you get to see the doctor at all, sometimes it's the physician's assistant, and they're checking a box. I mean, what else do you do?
Yeah,
and
I think
it could be like where the care, like you are a full-time caretaker.
Yeah,
and I've been informed.
Yeah, I've been told. Not by choice, but by just someone needs to fucking do it.
Design, I guess.
Yeah. By straws that I didn't even have a chance to draw. I was like, okay, everybody draw a straw, and whoever doesn't get a straw.
There's only one straw.
Yeah, whoever doesn't get a straw is fucked. Okay. There's 2 straws. Fuck. All right, I got none. Guess it's me.
It's me. I got this.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, right.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Pull the can, throw the grenade. We'll see what happens.
So, real quick though, the thing that I mean by I got it both ways is that in the mental health being the grab bag thing. My mom's not in the best mental state,
right,
at all, and somebody can look at it and say, well, that's kind of wear and tear of dealing with it's kind of wear and tear of dealing with my dad. And okay, yeah, sure, and that kind of bleeds over because I think I'm a lot shorter than I was before. Or I mean, there's a lot of things in regards to me prior to being here. There's a lot of things regardless of that. But in any case, so in a lot of aspects that you bring up with your mom, I can relate with mine because she's she's in denial about her deterioration and it reflecting kind of similarities to my dad, and I'm pointing them out, but also trying to take care of my dad at the same time. So it's like, look,
the
hey,
pointing them out thing just gets them, doesn't it? Ugh.
Oh well, the pointing out is like the pointing out knee jerk is the pointing out is a you get the knee jerk denial response. Absolutely, like, hey, the way you're fucking going off on him right now, you're going to be super self-reflective, pissed off at yourself when this starts to take effect on you, when you start to have these same symptoms, when you start to have these same things.
That's fair.
And she's like, I'm not gonna be. I was like, one, you don't know shit. Two, I wouldn't say that out too loud because whatever you want to call it, karma, God, Yahweh, Mother Earth, whatever, they have the most fucked up sense of humor, and they will throw righteous thinking fuckers into the throes of leprosy just so you can say, okay, I see what you mean. And
right.
And even then, they might not take it away from you, so you're still fucked with leprosy. But they're like, well, you learned your lesson, omnipotence, and move on. So, it's a lot of that. But yeah, for me, I'm dealing with mental health on several different fronts, plus with physical deterioration that you're just putting Band-Aids on or slowing it down to some degree, but you're not going to be able to stop it. You're not going to be able to do anything with it.
Do you ever feel like you're going crazy a little bit having to deal with this? Because I do.
I think it is very much something that wears on your own mental faculties. Do you get to the point where you say, I'm going crazy? I don't think so. But at the same time, do you start doing crazier shit? Yes, I think so.
Fun story for you.
Yeah, I think you end up getting to a point where you start checking yourself, because in the back of all of this, you're either consciously and loudly or subconsciously telling yourself, I do not want to end up like this shit.
Right, and that's exactly where I was going.
Yeah.
One of the favorite things is for her to say, I was about your age whenever I started to go off into my mental illness really bad. So you need to watch out for it because I can see signs. And I'm like, look, I don't even know you need to calm down. Yes, I have mental issues, but that's not.
But what does that even mean? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think it's like
I was the same age when that happened, so you need to watch out. And do what? Because you clearly.
Right.
Do you have any tidbits to give me other than, hey, this is when it happened to me, so good luck to you? I mean, do you have any, hey, don't go right because I went right and that just made it worse. Go left. That'll be better. That'll have better opportunities for you to manage it differently, and hopefully not be as deteriorating as it has been with me, and you won't become an addict trying to mask all this shit with drugs. No, you don't want to say any of that. You just want to tell me. You just want to show the commonality in age, and that's when I started losing more than just screws. Okay, thanks.
So okay, that's a good segue. What do you do when you're just fucking tired and you're done with somebody coming at you, throwing fists or whatever they can? I mean, does he throw objects at you too, just to pick up a lamp and lop it your way?
No, fortunately, that hasn't gotten to that. No, I think that for me, I think it's been a little bit of road, I guess you could say, of trying to figure out, okay, what do I do? Because I didn't have that. I didn't have that. Okay, when he starts, wailing at my head while I'm trying to take his urinated shorts off, this is what I'm going to do, or this is what I'm going to say. No, I didn't have any of that stuff. So um, I think in the beginning it was really I don't I don't admit to it as much as I should, but it was a lot more jarring than I thought it was going to be. Because you don't really see that if you didn't have. Okay, so let me back it up even further. If you didn't have that level of abuse in your house before, then it becomes a real jarring and destabilizing thing to now. Now it is, and now it's like,
Right, that's your new normal.
yeah, now it's full faucet on. It's not a slowly, and next thing I know, now we're at the point where no, it starts off from the get. Like that's always been the case. Like this is how we've always been. So why are you expecting anything different? No, it wasn't that at all. I mean, you got spanked, and people can argue about the degrees of discipline. I'll say that was in the household, but it was no
That's refined. Thank you.
it was no it was no straight up fist closed. We're about to have a fight. Um, I and that's a segue into something completely different in regards to family issues. But I think that for me, it was one of those where you had to start to. I had to really get quick on saying, okay, how I know of him, how I knew of him. You see that? That's the thing.
Right.
I had to switch my no to new,
Right.
and I walked in no, and I'm saying we didn't. We need to put that to the back because we're dealing with a whole new person. So I had to even tell myself how I know of him needs to be how I knew of him, and how I
Right, and it always needs to be how I knew of him because this
it's
is
not
an
the same.
evolution.
It's not the same person, but you get tricked. You get tricked in these lucid moments of where, oh, he's having a great conversation. Oh, he's talking about what's on TV, and he's articulating things, numbers, colors, talking about this person and what they're talking about. Or we're watching the movie and it's like, oh, this is where this guy is going to get shot. And okay, see, that's why he's telling me. You're like, oh, okay, shit, you're keeping up with this stuff. And then next thing you know, bam, you're the worst person on the planet now. And like, wait, we're just having a great conversation.
Or who are you?
It can flip, and there's no light bulb there's no red light bulb that comes on to signal, hey, and now Alzheimer's, dementia's in effect, and it's like, oh, okay, cool. I won't approach him this way because he's going to react that way. No, there's no signal. There's nothing that lets you know ahead of time.
There's no on-air light.
No, it's completely mid or next sentence could be a completely different perspective and recognition of who you are.
And the thing is that it's hard enough to take care of those that we love, and especially to see them degrade in front of us,
Yeah.
or to start to lose their faculties.
Yeah.
But I can't even begin to imagine what they are living through.
No,
my grandmother,
yeah,
she
absolutely.
had Alzheimer's, and
Yeah.
she was tormented in her own head.
Yeah.
She was tormented.
Yeah, that's the big thing that I've had to explain it to others that I forget how many. I always say like 5 or 7 because it is about 5 or 7, especially if you count all the ones throughout the day. It's really close to about 10 just throughout the day of meds, different meds. All of them, all of them to some degree has drowsiness or sleepiness as a side effect.
And then that's going to help them lose control even more, and then that's going to make them freak out even more. So that's fun.
Right. So you're dealing with a certain degree of sleep fatigue, but yet not. You're dealing with that crankiness of not getting the sleep that your body feels like it needs, even though that's drug induced. So that comes into to swing. Plus, there's the delusions in where you're thinking other people are there. You're having conversations with those people. The eating of food that today he had clouds and fresh fruit, and there was nothing there, but he was as if he was eating it. And so you have to take into consideration that those are going to come, and they are going to be as real as you are, and there's nothing you can do to let them know that's not real. You're imagining this. You're imagining that. I watched him one time get drunk on Schlitz malt liquor. He told me exactly what it was. And
get drunk on what?
Schlitz malt liquor. And there was nothing in his hand, but he was kicking back cans, and he had at least 4 cans back to back. And did he act drunk? Yeah, and he passed out. Yeah, it's bizarro because the brain is so intense in that moment that it even responds to things as if those things are real, but there's nothing in his hand. And I tried. He was in another dimension. Yeah, and yes, there was something in his hand. Okay, let me tell you something. That man was full on enjoying him a beverage. Right, he was in another reality because when I tried to take his hand out, I was like, there's nothing in it. It's like he would get pissed. He was like, leave my drink alone. It's like, okay, you know what? Off of it. I don't know how many you got, but go ahead and finish those up, and then so there's moments like that. Are you going to be eating dinner as well, or yeah. So like what you're asking, there's moments like that to where you have to just say, okay, this is how I knew of him. This is what's left of him that I'm having to manage, and I have to. I hate that you have to say that. That's why I hate that you have to say that. It's heartbreaking. So I would tell my mom a lot of that stuff too. And I would tell myself, and I would tell her. But honestly, I was telling myself while telling her. I was telling her because I was needing to tell it to myself, and I was needing to say it aloud. It's like you have to not make it personal. Even though it's so hard though. Yeah. And that's what I was telling her. Yeah, that's what I was telling her. It's going to be super hard because the person that means in order for it to not be personal, you have to switch from the person I know to the person you knew. And a lot of people don't want to refer to someone the person I knew because that means you're totally understanding and realizing that this person is not who was. I mean, for me, honestly, my dad died like 10 years ago. Oh. I mean, I understand it. And and I understand why. Yeah, it's the no and the new. It's like I can't because. And I have to have that mentality because I can't address how he is right now, thinking that he is how he was 10 years ago. Right. Like if I'm addressing that, then I'm fooling myself. That means I'm hoping that this drug here that you're having is gonna make sure everything comes back to the way it was before. And you'll be able to have all the clarity and be able to put on your shirt and be able to stand and piss and be able to do all this other stuff that I know you can't. So why am I fooling myself like you can? Because that's a disservice to him. I can't. Okay, so I'm not gonna help you as much as I should because I just know this moment is the push you need for your breakthrough to get back to doing things you were before. No. Right, but it's also got to be a complete beating to know that no matter what you do, you're never going to be able to make it better. And just knowing that you're going through the motions, you have to go through those motions, but it will never,
you helping him put on the shirt, it's never going to take. Like, it's not, maybe if he's feeling lucid, then he'll be able to help along. But, even the motor skills needed, it diminishes.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Now, the thing that is even more grinding to that, which I noticed about this which I noticed about him in relation to his conditions, because he's got several, like Alzheimer's, dementia. For a while, it was like, and Lewy body, and this and that. And,
Does he have Parkinson's?
Parkinson's, yeah, I was going to say Parkinson's. Okay. He has Parkinson's. So the big three is Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, dementia. He has those. So the thing that so when all this takes place, you kind of regress back to your base being. And so I've always known of him, or heard stories of him being mean. And that's what he regresses back to a lot. But he also did a lot of things that he had in a pattern, or he had a certain way. Like, he had a certain way that he talked on the phone, as opposed to how he talked to people off the phone. He had a certain way of laughing that he did that, like, you could tell if he was laughing a certain way, he was on the phone, because he only did that laugh when he was on the phone. It sounds maniacal. It sounds like some crazy shit, but that's exactly what was going on. Now,
that's heartbreaking.
But the better part, that's all like throughout his life. Okay, so now with these conditions, he's boiled down to these base routines, these base personas, and base reactions. So, like
primitive.
Like no, not primitive, just like automatic. So like he's got.
So there we go.
So he's by automatic. I mean, it's like he's super mean. He'll just tell you to your face how he wants to blow your face off, or if I had a gun, I'd blow your face off, and then for 15, 20 minutes, he's making gun noises, looking at your face. But
no, come on, I'm not trying to be funny.
No, I'm not either. But,
does that happen?
Yeah, there's actually. Yeah. He would look at you and just point right at your face. And I was like, okay.
Oh my gosh.
So, but then the phone rings. Hey, how you doing? Oh yeah, I'm doing good. It's like, what the fuck is happening?
Is that not comical sometimes? Sometimes you just gotta laugh at it.
Right. But the thing that go back to your first question, like, do you feel like you're losing it? Those moments, you do. You feel like you're losing your fucking mind, because you just saw somebody do this, and they get on the phone. Hey, how you doing? Oh yeah, I'm fine. Just sitting here. It's like, what the hell? Or somebody will come over and he'll have full conversations with them. Oh, he gives a kiss to them. Oh, I'm just sitting here. Oh, it's so good to see you. Yeah, love you too. Okay, let me walk you to the door. Oh, okay, you don't want me to? Okay, I'll just be right here. You go ahead. And then boom. And then after they leave,
it's like, it's all like Donkey Kong.
Whispers and just like, hey, you want to go to? No, get out of my face. Like, what just happened? If you literally,
but to him, you're just a guy that lives there.
Yeah, he'll tell you, go back upstairs. I don't want to see your face. And it's a low, sometimes whispery, but very, very, just very very just like you just really don't want to even express the words. That's how much, like, you don't want to give somebody even an ounce of your energy of expressing words. That's how much you don't care for them. And it happens just like that. And that's something that you have to, those are the things that you don't know how to prepare for, because you've never experienced it.
Sure. Well,
I mean, you've never experienced it, so you have nothing to do but fall back on the okay, that's how I
That's how I knew him. That's not how he's now. I can't take this personally. He only sees me as this. I can't really change the perspective of it. Okay, fine. He doesn't know my name. Okay, fine. He doesn't know who I am when he sees me. He doesn't point me out in photos. But he'll recognize everyone else, and he'll call for everyone else, and he'll want to.
He's nice to everyone else.
Yeah, and he wants to talk to everyone else, but if I'm close to him, he might take a swing at my head. And that, I think that's the thing. And then so when you're dealing with that, and then you're also dealing with someone that hasn't gotten to the no new thing and wanting him to be a 40, 50-year-old again, and you've got to tell her over and over that's not happening, but she holds him accountable to those things. You used to be able to do this. You can't do that now. You mean to tell me you can't? Yeah, he can't, because he's got these top 3 diseases that makes it completely impossible for you to do that.
Right.
He doesn't have the stereotypical Parkinson's, where like when most people think of Parkinson's, they're thinking, oh, this person's got like these uncontrollable shakes. He doesn't have that. He has what I say is he has like a variant of it to where the pulse. Like to me, when somebody's going through those shakes, it's electricity just going through the nerves, just impulses, just and however fast it is how much they're shaking, right? He's got it to the point where they're coming so fast and so consistent, his muscles just lock.
Oh, okay, I got you.
And they call it a rigidity. So he can move his arms if he really focuses on doing it, but his hands will be locked in a certain position. It's almost like it almost can be assumed like a paralysis in some sense, but he can move them if he relaxes. But other than that, his muscles they're firing so much that they just get locked, because there's no time to where you see them release like you would with someone that has Parkinson's that's shaking. It's just stuck in that position, and it's firing. Do they give him
muscle relaxers?
He's got well, I mean, he's got those where he goes to sleep and everything like that. But after a while, so you have the muscle deterioration that goes on with the disease no matter what. So if you have this going on, and then you have it to where your muscles are firing off and you're just constantly working them the whole time, then it's kind of like you're double timing on the deterioration, because you're now overworking the muscles that you're trying to preserve. But you can't, because your body's like, fuck you, we got this thing and we're going to do it. And so that happens. I think that the one thing I was also thinking of was that, the mental health part is depression. And
yeah, well, I could see where that would come into play, because
I can do the whole no new conversation all day long. Him doing it, who knows?
Right.
And couple that with my mom's depression over it all, over seeing it all, and then him and on that realization of, okay, this is where I'm at in life. So he's on antidepressants, and
is there anybody left in this country that is not on antidepressants? Don't answer that. It was
no, I think there are. No, I think there are. I think there are people that aren't on
the chosen one.
Yeah, right. The chosen few. I think they're Mormons. I think that's where the 144,000 comes into play. Those are the only people that'll. Yeah, the 144,000 Mormons that'll be taken up. Those are the only ones that aren't on antidepressants. Now that I say that,
We probably should look into the other streaming service because we're probably gonna get demonetized as fuck on YouTube just for me saying that. The Mormons are gonna get like, fuck him. You know, the dinosaur is okay.
You better be careful. You're gonna have a website about your ass.
Yeah. The dinosaur is okay. The dude, we need to take him out. Yeah,
he's an asshole.
Yeah,
We really hope that his dad clocked
yeah,
him.
right. And then one day you're like, you're gonna come on. It's like, hey, everyone, it's the dinosaur. I don't really know where dude is. I got a note, and
it said help, and that's it.
It just said we love you, and then it had these initials after it, and it was the note was just slid between some pages of the Book of Mormon. I thought maybe it was somebody from a hotel dropped it off. I don't know, but inside it was the initials. I think it's Church of Latter-day Saints. I don't know. So anyway, yeah. I think those are the only people that are going to not have the depression. But I said it in a very, very stereotypical way, the depression.
Right.
The depression, much like the diabetes, the sugar, and the COVID. So...
and the Black Plague when that decides to roll through.
The Parkinson's. Yeah, what's up now? It's it's the COVID, it's the mumps, it's the monkeypox. The monkeypox, and why do I think there was something else that just started to
murder hornets? I don't know.
Like I think the flu is kind of in Tahiti. It's just like fuck it. I really don't have to do anything.
It's like I'm not even vying for people's fucking attention anymore. This is bullshit.
Yeah, I can take off this season. I've taken off for almost 3 seasons now. I've not had to do shit. COVID just stepped in. It's my designated hitter.
The flu right now is wearing a Hawaiian shirt. Okay.
Yeah, it's like what I mean, if you've had COVID, you know, the flu's like, well, what the fuck am I gonna do? I mean, you've already
right. It's just like I'll be drinking.
Yeah, it's like so yeah, the flu's probably just gonna be like, okay, fine, whatever. He's off on some island working out. You know, gonna come back strong as shit.
Take y'all the whole
then it's like some weird virus war, COVID versus the
flu. Do it.
Yeah, COVID
versus the flu. Do it.
Who's the worst? I'm the worst. Fuck you. That's what viruses sound like in my head. Fuck you.
They're flexing on each other all the time, right?
They're all roid rage assholes. Fuck you. No, you suck. No, you just cause death. I just keep people in bed forever. You know. So yeah, I think that was a nice little intermission between the depression talking about viruses and giving them voices. But
I thought you were going for a segue, but
I mean I was, but you know I didn't want to belittle Mormons and depression and mental health.
No, yeah, that didn't happen at all.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, great. I think right now would be a great time to just stick with viruses right now, just so we can cleanse our palate of personal shit.
Well, I think that it's been an hour and 1 minute, so I mean, we got to wrap this up. We could talk about our elderly and shit all the time, but
but that's our main content. So we don't want a money shot. We want to spread that out, and so
yikes.
Yeah, well, it's about pace and timing. That's what I've heard. So.
Endurance is key.
Right. So that means Gatorade for everyone. Hopefully they'll sponsor us. Because the Mormons won't. So
nope, not at all.
So they're gonna fuck this dude. Okay, so yes, so we'll end it at a we'll end it at a whatever the fuck. We'll try and keep all of them 45 minutes to an hour 15 at the latest. I think, though, at the end of each one, we need to do this thing right here where we say, okay, thanks to everyone for listening to us ramble about our personal shit.
Right.
Hopefully it's helped.
You can relate.
Yeah.
hopefully it's helped in some sort of way, or at least maybe you didn't relate, or maybe you just know that you're not alone, or there's some other people that are going through the same or similar or completely different shit than you are, but it's just relatable enough because it deals with old people. And you might not be a dinosaur, and you might not be a dude, but we love you just the same. And we hope,
so true.
and we hope that, we hope that something out of this helps you through the rest of your, the rest of your day or evening or morning or whenever the fuck you're listening to this. So,
nobody's written instructions for this shit. We're trying to
No.
figure it out as we go.
No. So at the end of every one of these, we're gonna say that.
Okay.
And by that I mean I'm probably going to just clip this part and repeat it at the end every time because
Every single time?
Because I just said all that shit off the top of my head. There's no fucking way.
Could you just say, repeat it, repeat it, repeat it?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So that's the thing. So it's probably going to be this ending at the end of every one, which is
That's
fantastic.
going to be a reading.
Yeah, this is fan-fucking-tastic. This is fan-fucking-tastic. So we have
Okay, well,
Yes. So
my partner just came home.
yeah, I was gonna say you should be needing to go too because this is the time that she comes home. So tell her hello, love her,
Okay,
love
I
you.
will.
Thanks for your
Love
time
you too.
on trying to see.
Okay, everyone. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for listening. Thanks for giving us your ears. And hopefully you enjoyed our back and forth banter and you'll come back for more. We're going to hopefully we'll have other guests on in the future. But for right now, it's the two of us doing what we do best. Again, the Dinosaur and the Dude, hoping you enjoy each and every episode that we bring to you. And again, have a great time. Have a great day, night, evening, wherever you are. And look forward to putting out a new episode for you all to enjoy. All right. Take care.